Hello, everyone. This is Shane Hoffman, chair of the Presidential Primary Committee for the American Solidarity Party's upcoming primaries. I'm here today with you to give you an introduction to Peter Sonski, who has graciously stepped forward to represent the party at the highest level. And he's here today to tell us a little bit about himself and what might make him be best suited to be our standard bearer for the next year and a half. Hey, it's good to see you today, Peter.
Thank you, Shane. Good to see you as well. Glad to be with you. Glad to have an opportunity to introduce myself to the American Solidarity Party voters and hopefully people who have not yet joined the party but have time still to do so.
Excellent. Let's start out. If you could just tell us a little bit about yourself, what attracted you to the American Solidarity Party, and what made you decide to officially join up.
Well, I'm a New England native. I'm living currently in Connecticut. And so New England has been my home for much of my life. I did attend school in Washington, D.C. I have both undergrad and graduate degrees from the Catholic University of America. And I also lived and worked in the area for about 8 years. But other than that, I have been in New England. I'm the father of 9 adult children and 6 grandchildren. I have 2 daughters who are currently pregnant, expecting my 5th and 6th grandchild within the span of about 6 weeks. So I'm excited about that forthcoming blessed event times 2. I am finishing my 2nd term as an elected member of a regional school board here in Connecticut. And previously, I've been a member of a board of selectmen, which, for those unfamiliar with that term, here in New England, we have municipal government. A board of selectmen would be akin to a city council. And I've also been an elected member of a board of finance. So I've had multiple terms as an elected official, and it's been an opportunity of tremendous civic experience, civic opportunity. Shane, I've traveled extensively throughout the United States. I've been to 44 of the 48 continental states, either on the course of business or personal relationships. So I've seen much of America. And in addition to the work that I've done as an elected official, I have been involved in a number of volunteer outreaches too. I've been a firefighter EMT. I've been a Little League umpire. I have been a coordinator of blood drive for several years. I think it's very important for individuals to give back.
Thank you. Now, the next question, let's hear a little bit about what you've done with the ASP over the time that you've been involved. I know I met you through the ASP. It has to have been a couple of years gone by now. So if you could give us a little bit of your background with the party now.
I was introduced to the ASP, Shane, in 2018. It was right about the time of the mid-year election, the midterm election, I should say. I was attracted to the ASP because of the party's principles. Right out of high school, I had become a registered Democrat and was so for a very little time. I often tell people I didn't leave the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party left me because there were some significant changes there around 1980. I became a Reagan Democrat and then a Reagan Republican, and then lost my appeal for the Republican Party in about the mid 1990s. And I have been unaffiliated ever since and kind of searching. And it was in 2018 that I finally found the American Solidarity Party and was very pleased with all that it had to offer. It was only shortly thereafter that I became very much involved here locally, Connecticut, New England. We don't have a large group of people in Connecticut, but with the other New England states, there's a cluster. And then naturally supported the Carroll and Patel campaign. I've also publicly declared as an elected official my affiliation with the ASP. That was one of the first things that I did when I became affiliated with the party. Shane, I'm sorry, I've lost your audio.
You've given us a pretty good history of what caused you to head out from the other parties and how, the ASP has attracted you. Now that you've decided to run for president, can you give us a little bit of the thought process that went through as you discerned whether or not running for president was the right thing for you?
Well, I would say, first of all, that the principles of the ASP fit like a glove. The things that the party stands for, the things that the party represents, to me, are always things that have been extremely important to me, and I've never found with either of the major parties. And I want this party, I want the ASP to become better known to more people. I want its positions to be better known to more people. And I want to represent the party. I want to let people know what it stands for, that it's a tremendous option that no other party, either a duopoly major party or a third party that I've encountered so far, has just these principles and these platform issues that are so dear and resonate with me. So I'm trusting that ASP members will make the best choice in their nomination for presidential candidate for 2024, and I hope that's me.
Thank you. Now, the next question, what we hear from a lot of the parties when we watch their primaries is they tend to bicker back and forth, and they don't talk as much about what makes them best suited, but they tend to attack each other. What I think everybody wants to hear right now is, what do you feel makes you best suited to represent the party at the national level?
Well, I think you teed me up, because one of the things that I think makes me well suited is I stand for civility. The hostility that you cite, that is so common in politics today, has disgusted so many people. Turn them off. And the last two presidential elections have been classics, and I fear that we're headed for something similar in 2024. And I want to be distinct from that. I want to be a beacon of civility. I want to be somebody who speaks with reason, who listens with reason, and who uses best judgment, not a quest for power as a desire to serve. I think my experience, both as a candidate and as an elected official, will benefit the party. I think my knowledge of government will be a benefit. And most of all, my commitment to the party and to its principles. As I told you before, as soon as I found it, I found an oasis in the desert, and immediately identified with it as a public official. So I think that I hold a distinction in that area, and am looking forward to doing so for 4 more years.
All right, thank you. Last question, and I'm just going to read this one verbatim right off the card here. What do you want to say to the members who aren't members yet, but could still join the party in time to vote for you on May 24th?
We're at a pivotal time in U.S. politics. I just alluded to that fact. I guess we could have said we were at a pivotal time at the last election too, but I just feel that we continue to spiral downwards, Shane. There's a lot of upheaval, and particularly in the GOP, the party that has historically been associated with the pro-life cause. The ASP is, as is well known to members and those who care to pay attention, pro-life for the whole life. It stands for life from womb to tomb in all ages and at all stages. And that's something that has always been important to me. I told you that I'm a father of a large family, and I have been associated with the cause since it really began. I remember my mother being an outspoken advocate for life causes, even back at the time of the Roe v. Wade decision. And throughout that time, I've been so strongly a proponent of life. But with that upheaval, I think there is an awful lot of opportunity for a pro-life party to make a clean and new stand in a post-Roe America about how we go forward. And abortion has become a policy of loggerheads. We need to look at it more compassionately. We need to look at it as a cultural problem and how to address the issues that contribute to abortion and a way in which we can offer meaningful improvements so that we can bring about meaningful change. I think this party is truly committed to life. I think this party is truly committed to family, to moms and dads, to kids, to their education and their welfare. And I'm excited about the opportunity to represent it as President of the United States.
Thank you very much. All right, that is the end of the questions we have for today. I'd like to thank you for your time and also wish you the best with those 2 upcoming blessings you have.
Thanks so
And
much, Shane.
I look forward to hearing more from you over the next couple of months. Thank you.
Thanks so much. God bless.
God bless.